Epyka is a shiny, good-looking tech demo, an extended one perhaps, but definitely doesn't qualify as a full game in my opinion. It looks really good. It has some performance issues, most PSVR2 features are utilized, and it's basically a puzzle game that can be beaten in one sitting. It is priced at 1049 USD, which might seem appealing to most people. However, I think the price should have been lower. Maybe 499, since there is not much content. I mean, you can literally finish the game in 1 hour. And that's it. That's pretty much the summary of this review. So if you like reviews like these that respect the viewer's time, then do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to know more details on the PSVR2 version of Epyka, then stick around and let's get into it.
Of humankind. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the archaeologist of the year.
Developed and published by Singular Perception, Epyka is an adventure puzzle game that puts you in the shoes of a young historian trying to find humanity's first civilization. You have a magical light crystal to help you in your quest, as well as your loyal companion Jack. And right off the bat, I must say the dog makes the game so much better in every sense. He doesn't do much in the game, but his presence makes the adventure feel less lonely. And of course, we can pet the dog.
Here you go, buddy. This should help you feel better. Hope these island's apples aren't poisonous to dogs.
Visually, the game looks stunning. That is if you're into the art style, since I know some people only like realistic visuals. Epyka is not about that. It has the Fortnite look to it. I'm personally cool with that, as I enjoyed all the colors and that sweet HDR effect. And yeah, the game looks super crisp, thanks to eye-tracked dynamic foveated rendering. The resolution is very high and the level of detail is great. No Mura and no reprojection since the game targets a native 120 frames per second. However, it fails to meet that frame target multiple times, as I experienced many frame drops and frame pacing issues. It didn't ruin my playthrough or anything like that, but I thought you should know. What almost ruined my playthrough though is a certain level, in which the game crashed on me once, and I also managed to break the game twice in that same level. What I mean by that is I literally broke the game twice. I don't know what happened. Maybe I did something I shouldn't have in my desperate attempt to solve that frustrating puzzle, and that resulted in my inability to go anywhere. I was unable to move forward or backward. I had to return to the main menu and restart that level twice, until I solved the puzzle the right way. So keep that in mind. If you find yourself stuck on a puzzle and can't go anywhere, just know that it's not your fault. It's just bad level design. And since we're talking about the issues I had in Epyka, let me add 3 other issues to the list. First, there is no option to adjust the belt's height. This means that if you play seated, as most players do, you might have trouble reaching your light crystal. Sometimes you can't move forward without moving backward. Here's an example. You see that blue round thing floating? That's supposed to lead the way, so I can progress, but it doesn't move forward unless I go backward. The last issue is a minor one. Sometimes when looking down, this happens. Not sure why, but it just does, so yeah. Overall, I would say for a game this short, an extended tech demo like I said at the intro, and by the way, I'm not calling it a tech demo just because it's a short game. I mean, it is a short game. You can literally beat it in 1 hour. But it's also because there isn't much to do. You just go from one place to another, move certain things, and even the boss fight at the end, oh well, you can't even move during that boss fight. Even a 6-year-old can beat it on their first attempt. It's a very easy one to say the least. Which is probably done on purpose, since you know, this is a quest game, meaning it is targeting children after all. All of this to say that the gameplay is very basic, the sort of gameplay you would see in a tech demo. So getting back to the point I was trying to make, for a game this short, it had more issues than I anticipated. Hopefully the developer is watching and will work on those issues. There is not much to be said about the story. It's there if you want it, but don't expect anything mind-blowing. The haptics on the other hand are fantastic. Seriously, haptic feedback is one of the main highlights of the PSVR2 version. Almost everything you touch has a certain feel to it, and that adds so much to the immersion. The puzzles are okay, not great, not bad. For me personally, there was one puzzle which I enjoyed a lot. But as for the rest, they kinda felt like obstacles, but then again, I'm not a puzzle guy. The one with the game blocking issues was by far the most frustrating, as it took me 20 to 30 minutes to get past it. But other than that, no issues with the puzzles. They are straightforward and just take a bit of thinking, that's all. And yeah guys, that's pretty much all you need to know about Epyka on PSVR2. I already gave you the summary at the beginning, so all that is left now is a review score. Drumroll please! And that's gonna have to do it for this review guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, for more PSVR2 news, reviews and discussions, make sure you stick with MBG.
Finally! The gate is open!